Hello, I'm Randy McClure. Welcome to the latest supply chain tech brief.
All right, let's just jump right in. If you're in the supply chain world, you know this feeling all too well. You are absolutely swimming in data, but somehow you're starving for actual answers. The pressure's on, right? Make smarter decisions, make them faster, but today's chaotic environment makes that feel, well, next to impossible. So what's the fix? Well, here's the honest to goodness truth. All those enterprise systems you lean on, the ones packed with terabytes of information, they're actually a massive part of the problem. You see, they're not talking to each other. They operate in these little bubbles, leading to decisions that are fragmented, not fully informed, and let's be real, often completely missing the big picture. It really is the perfect storm, isn't it? We've got rising complexity, nonstop disruptions, and our own enterprise systems are failing us. All of this leaves our most critical data scattered all over the place, and executives are left trying to find answers in the dark. Trust me, you're not imagining it. This is the reality for leaders just about everywhere. Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. We'll start by pointing out the blind spots in today's supply chain. Then we'll really dig into the root of the problem. After that, we'll explore a powerful new way of thinking. We'll see how AI connects all the dots and ultimately makes a true on-demand decision system possible. First up, let's talk about something I think we can all relate to, that constant struggle to get a straight, simple answer right when you need it the most. As supply chain expert Randy McClure puts it, it's just tricky.
And look, this isn't some brand new problem, but in the world we're living in now, it is getting worse and fast. Figuring out why it's so tricky is really the first step toward finally solving it for good. So, if we all agree it's tricky, the next question is why? Why is it so hard? Let's play doctor for a minute and diagnose exactly what is ailing our current IT systems.
When you really look closely, the whole issue basically boils down to three fundamental shortcomings. These are the three core reasons why getting that full, clear picture remains so incredibly frustrating. Problem number one, our enterprise software. I'm talking about things like your WMS, your warehouse management system, and your TMS, the transportation management system. These things were built to be systems of record, and they're great for that. They're robust, they're reliable for transactions, but they were never, ever designed for agile, cross-functional analysis. So what do? They hoard all this valuable data in these rigid silos, making it almost impossible to connect the dots between departments. Second, the data itself is just a mess. I mean, for decades, we focused on the applications, not the data they create. And what's the result? Data that's duplicated, it's inaccurate, and it's often way out of date. And you know the old saying, if you put garbage into any system, even a really sophisticated AI, you are going to get garbage out. And number three, even when one department does manage to pull some insights from its own system, those insights are often totally out of sync with what the company as a whole is trying to do. What looks like a great cost-saving move in logistics might actually be devastating for customer satisfaction down the line. These disjointed goals create this cascade of unintended and often pretty harmful consequences. This quote right here really just nails it. These three problems, the silos, the bad data, and the misaligned goals, they don't just slow us down. They actively harm our ability to make good decisions. So the big question is, how do we break this cycle? Well, it all starts with a completely new way to think. And this, my friends, brings us to the solution. It's a breakthrough concept that completely changes the game. It's called multi-hop reasoning. So, what on earth is it? To put it simply, multi-hop reasoning is the ability to answer a complex question by logically connecting pieces of information from different places, one step, or one hop, at a time. It's kind of how our brains naturally solve problems, and now technology can finally do it too. And this table just makes the difference so clear. The old way, single hop reasoning, is what we're stuck with now. You manually pull one report from one static database. It's slow, it's isolated. The new way, multi-hop reasoning, is totally comprehensive and connected. It pulls from multiple live sources to give you the answers you need whenever you need them, on demand. Okay, this all sounds pretty great in theory, but how does it actually work in the real world? Let's make this idea a little more concrete and see how AI actually puts multi-hop reasoning into practice. Just imagine asking your team this exact question. It's a super important business question, right? But it's also really complex. To answer this today, you'd have analysts manually digging through at least two different systems, trying to merge spreadsheets, spending days, maybe even weeks trying to find a connection. With multi-hop reasoning, an AI-powered system does all of this instantly. It understands the question, takes two steps. So hop number one, it goes into the transportation management system and pulls the delay data for carrier X. Then hop number two, it immediately connects that data to your CRM, your customer relationship management system, to find out exactly how it impacted your satisfaction scores. Two systems, one seamless process, one instant answer. It's that simple. So the key takeaway here is just massive. We are talking about a monumental shift in speed. The ability to get these kinds of complex, cross-functional insights goes from taking days or even weeks of painful manual work to being available on demand at the exact moment you need to make a decision. And really, the magic behind all this is a combination of some really powerful AI techniques. We're talking about things like multi-hop question answering, which is designed specifically to tackle these kinds of complicated questions. It uses something called chain of thought prompting to reason through a problem step by step, just like a person would. And this is the crucial part. It uses retrieval augmented generation to make sure its answers are grounded in your company's specific real-time data, so you know the answers are both accurate and relevant to you. And all of this leads us to the ultimate payoff. Because this isn't just about getting the faster analytics tool. No, this is about creating an entirely new way for your entire business to operate. What we're really talking about here is a true decision system. Think of it as a holistic capability that plugs directly into the executive workflow, providing synthesized, trustworthy information at the exact moment a leader needs to make a critical call. Now, a system like this is built on some really cutting-edge tech. It's a powerful mix. AI and knowledge graphs act like the brain that understands all the relationships in your data. Then, things like data interoperability and fast computing provide the nervous system that connects everything in real time. And, of course, the whole thing is driven by those multi-hop reasoning methods we've been talking about. Put it all together, and you have a capability that was pretty much science fiction just a couple of years ago. And the final takeaway, the big transformation, is this. This technology empowers leaders to finally break free from that endless cycle of
reactive firefighting management and to start making proactive, strategically aligned decisions that actually drive real business success. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If you could ask any question you wanted about your supply chain, connecting any data you have from any system, and get an accurate answer instantly, what would you ask first? And more importantly, what could you achieve?
Hello, this is Raina McClure from SC Tech Insights. Thank you for listening. For more on this topic, click the article link below or go to www.sctechinsights.com for the latest insights on supply chain technology. Thank you and see you next time.